Okay, we're just gonna get going because all of my power went out. That was fun. Hold on. Oh, no. Maybe not. Internet's like, no. It's thinking about it. Okay, we're just gonna let this breathe. We're back. I think we're back, but it's throwing a lot of drop frames, so I'm not sure the internet really is back. Hold on. Let's give this a shot. Let me do a little speed test here. I don't think this has any secret information on it. Oh, it probably does. That's probably some sort of IP address. It says my internet's working. Alright, it's thinking. It's thinking. Alright, while it's thinking, I'm gonna load the game up. We're gonna be in the middle of that conversation because it definitely didn't even get an exit save. That was fun. The power went out, which is really weird. And you gotta understand, I have like my no sun window shade on, so out of nowhere, just everything goes vroom. Like the computer zoomed down, and like all the lights went off, and I just sat here like, and then it all went whoop. I'm like, I'm having a day. I summoned Heimdall, is what happened. This is what happens when you summon Heimdall. Heimdall summons back. That was a good time. Okay. So we're gonna pick up Steve here. And then get back in this conversation.
All these years, and Bayou hasn't let this place slip a single notch. The man knows how to run a business.
It never fails to impress.
Ain't that the truth? And especially so for business meetings. You want to impress a client. The Astro Lounge is
I don't think I can skip through the dialogue because technically we have not done it
work
before.
For Infinity Ltd, do you?
No, and I hate for anyone to
Not
think
something
that.
against Infinity, I take it. I'd love to hear your reasons why.
Hold on, I should probably charge my phone as much as I can if that's how it's going to be. Infinity profits are fabricated.
That's an awfully big claim to make. You'd have to have some inside details on their operation. However, it does match some of my own research that I've been conducting. Aren't you the resourceful one? That number tracks with the insider details I've been getting. Interesting. Look, it was nice meeting you, and I quite enjoyed our little talk. But it sounds like I need to take another look at some data before I head into this presentation of theirs. See you around, and maybe next time I'll be doing business with you.
Sounds good. Alright, now we gotta switch the presentation. Ranger. Hey, you recognize me. Ooh, hold on. Find a way into her suite. I can hack it, but I don't know if I want to. So let's just see. Let's see. Let's see if there's other things we can do here. Like, look at this. Look at this hatch. Look at this hatch. Like this stream. Thanks, Bear. Yeah, literally, I was just saying. I was streaming, and out of nowhere, the power just went poof, and then right back up. Then I had to reboot everything, and it took a second for my internet to come back. And who makes these kind of? Who makes standable vents? Who goes? You know what's good for security stand? What is the purpose of this vent? This vent goes from one room to the other room. What the fudge is this vent for? I tell you, Neon's a weird place. Can I just go out the door? I can, but I might get... The irony of getting caught doing that is kind of not exciting to me. Look at this vent! This vent is ridiculous. Okay. I tell you. I definitely did not commit a crime. Don't go looking. It's for standing, in case you need to stand somewhere. You never know when you might need to stand somewhere. What is this? I don't want to make cargo links. Can I take this one? Cool. Oh, I have so many days! Okay. Hopefully I can get to that planet. We might do that after this. I think I'm gonna wait on starting the Walter mission. I don't know how long it is, and I really can't go much longer than an hour. So I think we'll just run some of this Raijin stuff for a little bit.
Lounge spared no expense with their market. Benjamin,
and I think that's fine. And then tomorrow we can maybe run some main missions to get some powers.
What are you looking at?
Maybe do Walter, like we'll figure it out. But I think today we're not going to get into anything that could potentially be really long or important. Because they will have to be done at a certain time. She's gonna be so impressed with
we
me.
need to balance a potentially healthy trade with the interests of those who want to cross a line for incredible profit. Difficult to say the least.
Just the person I wanted to see. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it?
Not really. Piece of cake.
You're a natural. I'm not just saying that because I hired you. The Astral Lounge can be overwhelming for some, with all its bells and whistles. Tie that in with manipulating people who are the equivalent of their boss's boss, most junior-level ops would start to show their cracks. Overall, not bad for your first high-profile assignment. You even earned yourself a bonus, which Lyndon was more than happy to give.
Whoa, bonus for being a decent person?
Wow.
You definitely didn't pick that up at Reunion.
Are bonuses common?
Only as common as the flawless assignments you pull off.
Oh, cool.
No one wants to clean up a mess. It takes a toll on several departments, which is why we like to promote a clean assignment.
Thank you for the bonus.
It's well deserved. Just keep making me look good, and there'll be more where that came from. But no rest for the weary at Ryujin. We've got a decent backlog of assignments, and they just keep coming.
Once
So
they
I
start
hope
coming,
you're still
then they
good to
don't
go.
stop coming.
At least this next one will be a break from all the chatter.
Oh. Chatter break? Let's hear it.
Your next assignment is to remind the competitor of their place in the corporate food chain. Some call it retaliation, but we like to think of it as tough love.
I see. Is this like the Cell Corp assignment?
Not quite. When you uploaded that virus onto KeltCorp's network, that was a warning intended to slow down their internal productivity. KeltCorp suffered the effects of that silently, although I guarantee they endured some serious client complaints. This assignment is about making our target look completely negligent in the public eye.
What did they do?
Let's just say we don't tolerate theft or smear campaigns against us.
No, only the ones we do
If you
against
want
them.
to steal in this industry, you better not get caught. And if you want to tarnish our good name, you better be ready for repercussions.
I'm ready for the deets.
Most corporations live and die by public perception. Trusted products lead to a good reputation, which leads to profits. And, like it or not, we're all here for the profits. Your assignment is to plant an ARC device.
Like a
The ARC will allow us
advanced
to
recon
frame our
commando?
competitor for gross negligence and tank the public's perception.
What is this ARC device?
ARC stands for Assault, Reprogram, Corrupt. We think of it as a multi-tool of sorts. The ARC locates hard wiring and manipulates the information current being sent back and forth. Depending on the situation, it's designed to do all sorts of things, but inevitably, they all result in malfunction.
Could people get hurt?
You're not wrong. Believe me, we don't take these assignments lightly. They're also one of few that Masako herself needs to sign off on, and only our most trusted operatives receive them. You just need to plant the ARC and avoid detection. Our technicians will handle the rest, and they're instructed to avoid as much harm as possible.
Travel to Hope Tech. That's where that one ship might be. So I might actually want to follow up with the Rangers first. Okay, so in that case, let's do this one that's on a time limit, in case it involves me going to a lot of different places. Let's see how far we have. Oh, no, it's a place I've already surveyed. This should make it real easy. So we'll go do this. And then we'll follow the next Ranger mission.
Best thing about wearing a suit? Internal air sight.
In case
I've been to
that
worlds
takes
that
us
smelled like
to
rotten eggs
do
covered
more
in
than one
burnt
thing at
hair.
the same time.
Worse.
Which is looking snazzy. Okay, where am I going? Oh, I think we just needed to be here. Yeah. Just being here does it. And this is a place I've already surveyed, so we're good. There's nothing really else to do. Okay, so then list. Faction. Where hope is built. Go to the orbit, which is probably going to be where the other place is, too. I think we were actually here on another stream. I think this is where I had like a contraband mission or something.
This is Freestar Ranger Nia Kalu. If anyone is hearing this, systems failing. Need help. I repeat, need help. This is Freestar Collective Space. Hold while we scan your ship. Alright, we're done. Welcome to Hometown.
Let's go see what's going on here. Don't question the physics.
And you didn't even scratch the paint.
Am I running this one? I am. I think I picked up. Acquire the power and power requirement. Okay. I have so many things. I need to do some of these smaller stuff that you guys probably won't care as much about. Off stream. Well, I don't know when exactly I would do that on account of the whole. I'm not gonna have a lot of time for a few days. Looking like you're having a bad time, man.
Please tell me you're here to help. Not to try and steal my ship.
Don't give me ideas. Show badge. The marshal sent me to find you, and I need your help. Well, it's a nice ship, but no, I'm not here to steal it.
Yeah, well, if you want to keep that badge, then don't get any ideas.
Oh, you're my bit
This old
rude,
girl and I
man.
have been through a lot together. I was tracking a crew of outlaws that's been preying on merchant ships. Bastards got the drop on me. I ran them off, but they got a few good hits in. As you can see, I ain't in much shape to make repairs.
We need to get you to a doctor, ma'am.
I'll be fine once the pain medication kicks in. The priority right now is the ship. Can't do my job without it.
Can't do
Just
your
patch
job
her
if
up
you're
enough to
dead,
get to
ma'am.
Hometown. The rest can get fixed up there.
I'm on it.
Thanks. I owe you one.
Time to roll up our sleeves.
What are you doing, Barrett? Sometimes I just have questions. And I don't think those questions... I don't think the answers to those questions would make me happy. What all does she have on here? Anything interesting? She's got her brig. That's pretty exciting. Why do you have like a desk? This is a weird ship. So you have like a whole prison warden that would just come back here with you? Some sort of weird kitchen. Not sure if it's a kitchen or it's not. Another fishbowl, and it's also still not considered stealing. I'm taking it. I'm just coming up fishbowls this stream. Or this set of streams, I guess. Fix that. Barrett just appeared. Ladder. Is that a book I can take? It's a book, but I can't take it. Can I just take this money? No one says I can't. It's not stealing. That's where I came in. Yeah. Thanks for the buffer, Barrett. How you doing?
Thanks. That should get me home.
Those outlaws sure still need to be dealt with.
You're right. They were pretty beat up, so I don't think they got real far. But if they make it back to their hideout, I might never find them again. We can't let that happen.
Right. Just tell me where they were headed, and I'll handle it.
They look to be heading for Polvo's moon Miatha.
Good hunting.
Thank you. Walter. That's true, you would still be... You could have stayed on Neon, Walter. I'm so glad I finally got some fish bowls.
Ship from dock. Done. We are now free to move among the stars.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Travel.
Exploring the galaxy is hard.
Talk with Barrett, this is not a good time.
Stop by sometime. Let's talk. Just us and
get some shooting done. Ah. Not getting here. I'm pretty beat up. Oh yeah, my ability to level up my turning will get better. I leveled piloting up off stream. It does make flying this easier. Hopetown. We'll have both of those quests there. Just want to get this salvage. If I can. We'll go do these two things. We'll go to Hopetown for this, and we'll go to Hopetown for the Ryujin thing. And that'll probably be good.
Got a moment? Let's catch up.
Barrett, I'm flying right now. What do you think I'm doing? Hopetown. I'm pretty sure I remember what Hopetown is. I think that's where we went, and I like rented a room, and I found contraband in the room, and I convinced somebody that I was a bounty or something. Like, I kind of remember doing. Yeah, that's what this place was. I don't want to start an outpost here. Oh, there's a power from beyond here. That's what's happening. I'm like, why is
I don't want to hear any complaints.
yelling at? Okay, so there's a lot to do here.
Pardon.
There's a lot going on here. There's like 3 different quests at Hopetown.
Keep an eye on your valuables. Yep.
Timing, Barrett. Timing. Timing is not something he's learned.
You made it. Those
Sure
outlaws
did.
didn't give you too much trouble, I trust?
Not at all.
Good. I'm sure it didn't hurt that I softened him up for
Yeah,
you.
it's definitely what it was.
You've got good timing. A courier just came in from Aquila. The Marshal sends his regards along with a briefing on your case. I was surprised as hell to learn about the starship theft. Nobody said a word to me about it. Anyway, Mr. Hope can see us whenever you're ready. If you need to take a little time first, feel free.
Let's meet with Ron Hope.
His office is upstairs. He's in a meeting, but it should be wrapping up. Come on.
Hope Tech is the everyday working person's ship.
I want that plushie, but it's stealing.
Isn't just the founder and president of Hope Tech. He's on the Council of Governors. The council oversees the Freestar Rangers.
Is he talking to somebody?
I've spent a long time trying to...
I think he's talking to
Council
somebody.
looks strong, but there's a lot to admire about the man.
I'm sorry, were you saying
Everything you see
anything
around
remotely
him,
important to me?
Built.
Oh, I forgot
Pretty
him.
much everyone in this town owes him for their
Malnourished.
livelihood. Can't begin to imagine the kind of pressure that must put on someone. All I'm saying is, try to show a little respect.
Nope. Can't do it.
All the way up. Is it just me, or does every executive in the settled systems have an office on the top?
It's such a long walk.
I guess being above everyone makes them feel like they're, well, above everyone.
Clever. You coming or what?
It'd be dust except for the factory.
As for parts, we could try outsourcing. Do a contract with scavengers, maybe, but that's a decision that's got to be made upstairs.
Talk to Elaine about the scavengers. It's not a bad idea, provided we get a good deal. And I don't mean a fair deal. I mean a good deal. Remember, it's not just our bottom line that matters. We're also responsible for welfare. Everyone in the factory.
I'm able to
Look out
do this
for our
succulent
people
task
here,
if I
Merchant.
need to.
That's a point of great personal pride.
Excuse me, Mr. Hope?
Well now, the Free Star Rangers. At last! Ah, damn, good to see you. I think we're done here, Burgett.
Yeah, Burgett.
Yes, sir.
Get your stupid
This is
name
the
out of
deputy
here.
I told you about.
Splendid. Splendid! It's a noble calling, being a Free Star Ranger. We certainly could use more of you. I'm sure I don't have to tell you what an outrage it is to have a ship stolen right out of the factory. Justice must be done, and the sooner the better.
I found your stolen ship on Mantra Luna.
That's good news. I'll send my people over to bring it home.
That was a weird good news.
Of course. That doesn't mean your work is done. I want the thief found and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of my position on the Council of Governors.
Yes, sir, Mr. Hope. You can count on me.
I'm glad we understand each other.
You almost sound like you're working for him.
Now,
Spare it.
tell me that you've at least got a lead of some kind.
Of course I do. The ship was delivered to a group of men who were trying to acquire a farm.
Though what happened after the ship was taken doesn't concern me.
Of course it doesn't.
What does concern me is making sure that this doesn't happen again. Well, I'm not sure I can be much help, but I'll answer whatever questions I can.
Why didn't anyone report the theft?
Because I told them not to.
Aha.
If word got out, it would do irreparable harm to our image.
That someone stole a ship?
Fierce competition with other starship manufacturers.
There's something
Any
suspect
sign
going
of
on here.
weakness could be fatal. What's more, every starship thief in the settled systems would likely flock to Hopetown
That's
and
how it
start
works.
planning the next heist.
They'd assume your security would be heavier and wouldn't try. Did anyone see the thief?
We questioned everyone who was in the building when it happened, and not one person seems to have seen anything at all. Frankly, I think that's both highly unlikely and more than a little suspicious. However, I can't deny there are times when the hangar is empty, so it's not inconceivable.
Inconceivable!
The thief could have slipped in unseen.
Is there anything unique about the stolen ship?
No, nothing at all. It was just a standard HopeTech cargo holder. Not that it didn't have great value, mind you. HopeTech builds some of the most durable and reliable starships in the settled systems. Now, you can bet my ships last twice as long as anything Stroud Eklund makes.
Thief had inside help. Know anything about that?
Nonsense.
Yeah, this guy's shady.
Thoroughly here.
This guy's shifty.
To the very highest standards. Nevertheless, I suppose I could have Cosette conduct a thorough personnel review. Rest assured, if we turn up any evidence that one of our people was an accomplice, I'll let you know.
I think we're done here.
Very well. I need you to understand something, Deputy.
Okay.
This town is home to men, women, and children who depend on HopeTech for a living. I provide jobs that put food on their tables and a roof over their heads. It's a responsibility that I take very seriously. If word gets out about the stolen ship, my investors will lose trust, and my workers will pay the price. I can't allow that.
No way I'd want to be in your shoes, Mr. Hope. Having all those people depending on me, I don't think I'd sleep at night.
I'd be lying if I said I hadn't suffered my share of sleepless
I'm
nights.
sure you have.
The thought of seeing these people go hungry as well, it's more than I can bear.
I understand your position.
I hope so.
Hope so.
The galaxy is hard work. Trust me.
Not now, Cosette.
Stop by sometime. Let's talk.
But sir,
Just
we have
us
new
adventurers.
information.
Okay?
There's so much talking about.
Stolen ship was seen landing at Neon just after the theft.
I was at Neon already.
Through at last. Well, Deputy, it sounds like you'll be heading to Neon, which means I can get back to work. Remember what we discussed. My people are depending on you.
Hey, can I get a word?
want to talk somewhere specific?
That wasn't as helpful as it could have been. Still, at least you know where to pick up the trail.
It's enough to go on. I was hoping to learn more. It's enough to go on.
Let's hope.
Heh, hope.
So, guess you're headed for Neon. There's a ranger stationed there. Name's Jalen Price. He's a little different than the rest of us. But Neon's a different
I've
kind of
literally
place.
met him.
He's what I'd call a pragmatist. He sees things for what they are. He's also well connected, which means a lot on Neon. You should listen to what he tells you. It'll keep you out of trouble. He should be able to help you out. Well, we've both got work to do. It was good to meet you, Deputy. Thanks again for helping me out up there.
What's next for you?
I'll be taking it easy for a couple of days. Need time to heal up. Then, I need to get back up there and keep an eye out for more pirates. I'm hoping to track one of their ships so I can find their hideout. Guess we could both use a little luck, huh?
Thanks for setting up the meeting.
No problem. Good luck on Neon, Deputy.
Hey, and we leveled up. Alright, just so the game stops yelling at me, let's go ahead and do this and then we'll talk to Barrett. I have the stuff that's good for you that's down here. That takes up a fair amount of weight. Tranquility. And yogurt.
Hey, Dusty. If you're ever thinking to yourself, I could really
There we
listen
go.
to Barrett's dulcet voice
I
right
was
now,
doing things, Barrett.
then instead of dreaming about me, stop by and say hello, okay? You know, I needed this. Exploring the galaxy with you by day, investigating the mysterious legal woes of my long-dead spouse by night.
Well, there you go. See, this, I want to flirt, but that just feels like a weird thing to flirt to. It just, I've wanted to romance him, but all of the flirt, it's just all so freaking awkward. That's fine.
You know, I couldn't agree more.
What's more romantic than solving the murder of your dead
I was just
spouse?
remembering how I'd pour my heart out to Vasco. So many times. I told him all about Irvin. He showed me a chart of how sad I should expect to feel.
He had sadness by time chart?
He was really hoping the visual presentation would help. It did not.
Did you travel with anyone else other than Vasco?
Sure, folks from the lodge, folks from my past. I've got friends when and where I need them.
Got friends everywhere.
But traveling with you has been different. We're more of a team. It feels stronger.
You talked to Vasco?
Why
about
not? Trust me, I've talked to way less sentient humans before. Vasco's just fine for most conversations.
Talk about awkward. I thought he was a reliable co-pilot.
Oh, we got to point B many times just fine. Top-notch co-pilot. Would recommend him to anybody. Anyway, I'm glad you're here right now because we have things to discuss about Irvin's case.
This is important.
I heard back from my contact.
Okay.
They looked into Hephaestus Mining Corp.
Hephaestus.
Looks like they paid off the judge. And that's not all. My contact really came through for us. Turns out the witness was threatened until he withdrew his testimony.
Gotcha.
And thanks to our contact, we now have the receipts.
What's the proof?
My contact has an audio log with the identity of the speaker verified, time-stamped, everything.
Love it. What's the proof?
Bank transactions. A precise amount was transferred to the judge only the day before the ruling.
It's a little risky. Do you have it with you?
No, my contact does for now. I trust them. We worked together a long time ago. And it depends on what I want to do with all the proof. If anything.
We should hire a lawyer now.
I'm glad you're confident already. I'm not, though. I'm worried we don't have enough evidence to go up against a massive corporation like that. So I know a cyber runner who has accessed corporate archives before. They can dig into the classified archives before we go to a lawyer. We can pay extra for them to use less legal methods to obtain information. But that adds risk.
What happens if we're caught?
I don't know. I guess that's a good question for a lawyer.
Let's roll it.
I'll cover any costs for bribes or fines that go over that amount.
Cool.
Depending on what they find out, it might be time to talk to a lawyer. I'll see if I can find one. Whew. Taking on Hephaestus isn't going to be easy. And I say this as someone who's fought the Crimson Fleet. Maybe I should study up on the art of cross-examination. Might come in handy at the trial.
No, I'm not. I draw a line. I draw a line. I think you'll need a nice long massage to de-stress. That does not feel appropriate. Do you have any other dead and loved ones not appropriate? Let's focus on gathering the evidence.
That's solid advice.
That
know your actual limitations. And
this
not
is
the
not
ones
an
granted to
appropriate
you
moment.
by a mysterious superpower. Anyway, let's go adventure while we wait on the cyber runner to get back to us.
Plant the arc device, which should be here.
Off-worlders. Nothing good ever comes from them.
What? I'm not coming here to sabotage anything or anything. I know what you're talking about. What do these ships look like? Do I want their stuff in my ship? This is very unexciting looking. I'm sure there's an easier way to get up here, and I'm doing it the hard way, but I don't think I care. There's gotta be a gangplank onto this sucker. Somewhere. How do we get in there? How do we get in here? Here? This looks like an inn. Excellent. Like I said, we'll do this. Oh, there's a security guy. And then we'll probably just go ahead and stop, because then we can go for the power at the top of the next stream. And then maybe do Walter from there. What's up, my guy?
If you want to see how short my temper is, keep talking. Problem? Cool spacesuit. Been up there, huh? Space? Must be cool. I never get to go to space.
Let's go. Maybe that'll blast that guy into space and he'll have his highest dreams. Okay, so then that leaves... I don't know which one we are. Probably this one. Visit my... I still have a rented room. Maybe it's not here. Okay, it's near here. It's on this moon. Okay. So, like I said, we'll go ahead and call it here. I'll run up and least get back out to the front. And then we can start off, hopefully tomorrow, with another power. I have no idea if it's a good one to go for or not.
Just keep it holstered. Get along fine.
And this will be good. So thanks for joining me for part 2. After the whole power dropping incident. And I will. What's this
Seems
guy
like
doing?
Hopetown sprang up out of nowhere. But it is really hopping, isn't it?
I'm hopping. Okay. So yeah. So thank you all. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow a little sooner than I was today. We'll see. But I will